to UG Gunners TV, Big Steve. I'm joined by Justin, Robert, Edward. Return of Champions League football at Arsenal Football Club. I think it has been 6 years since we've been through such European nights. Edward, what's the feeling like amongst the Arsenal supporters?
Yeah, it's an exciting feeling, joy upon joy. 6 years missing that wonderful anthem of the Champions League football. Back again, we are back again, Emirates Stadium. We are welcoming the Champions League football into the Arsenal club. It's a wonderful atmosphere, wonderful. We are so excited and so, full of joy and excitement to see that the team were back and now we can be called again one of the big teams of the land. So I'm so excited. So the excitement is just beyond the bars, and I think this time round we are here to stay.
Robert, 6 years down the road, what's the mood like in the Arsenal's camp right now? How do you see the fans reacting to the return of Arsenal to the Champions League?
Thanks so much. Really, it is an amazing, wonderful that Arsenal coming back into the Champions League. I can't wait for those moments of night matches on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That kind of mood, that kind of celebrations. So I can't wait to see that or to watch that. So I'm really happy, and fans are really ready for that. It has been really, we really missed a lot because for about 6 years we've been off. But this time I know we are more than ready to meet or to face all our opponents. Thank you so much.
Justin, it's a mood like if you walk amongst the Arsenal fans.
Wow. People are really excited. They are really joyful. Arsenal coming back in the UEFA Champions League. It has been like UEFA Champions League. We are the giants in London and we have not been featuring in the Champions League. It has been looking so awkward, and I think people are really thrilled that we are back, and I think we shall keep on now, no moving out, and I think we shall do something this time round.
Watching the draws, the interesting group for the Arsenal fans. Of course, being drawn against Sevilla, big boys there, of course, in European football. Then we have PSV in there, and of course the new boys, Lens. If you're to see this group, how do you see Arsenal's chances of coming out of this group, Edward?
Yes, I see I think they have favored Arsenal to some extent. It has been a favor because seeing Arsenal big group with the like of Sevilla, Lens and PSV is something very interesting, because the last time we were in this Champions League, our exit was not called for. It was such an embarrassing exit. So I'm so excited that seeing us into this group can give us a chance, looking at our squad depth, looking at our strength, looking at our manager Arteta has played as a player into the Champions League, has been under Mourinho, Pep Guardiola in Manchester City, playing Champions League football. I think he's ready to face the teams. Yeah, I think Arsenal will pick up some good number of points. I see an home and away win against Lens. I see Arsenal picking a away win, going to Spain and taking a win, and also coming back Emirates taking a win. I see Arsenal wrapping up around 14 to 15 points and marching above the top of the table of Group B that we're placed in. I'm so excited we can come out of this and go further.
Robert, watching the draws yesterday, Arsenal fans seem to be excited about this group. Whom do you see in this group as being the potential challengers for that top spot?
Yeah, looking at the potential challenge in that spot or in that group is, some weeks back we saw Sevilla playing Man City some weeks back, but the way Sevilla displayed their tactics, we saw that really they managed to hold Manchester. And Manchester is a giant club in the Europe. So looking at the way they managed to handle Manchester City, in the same way that they can manage to handle us. But with our squad depth, I know Arteta will manage to go through against Sevilla. Yeah, that's it. So to me, Sevilla is the threat in that group.
Justin, how do you rate Arsenal chances of topping this group?
Actually, Arsenal in this group, I don't think Arsenal fans should be overexcited about this group, though it looks like a light group on Arsenal's side, like Arsenal are their favorites. I know that, yeah, with the quality players they have got, I think there are some stubborn teams, and we have been seeing PSV humiliate us, and I think we should not undermine them, their good side. With the Sevilla, though in the league they are not performing that well, but I think the tournament team, they can really come and stand out for a tournament. So I think with the quality players we have gotten, we can still top it, though it is not an easy. I don't think it is easy group for us.
Looking at Lens in our group, I think they come as an absolute underdogs in this group, but let's not wash them away. They had a pretty much a decent season last year, of course competing for the Ligue A against PSG. Edward, how do you rate the chances of Lens coming out of this group?
It's so minimal, so like I can't rate them highly, though they'll put up some serious performance against the team. I looking at them, and I don't know much about their squad and how they play and how everything, but looking at their previous performance in the league game, they were brilliant. You know, the fact that they are into Champions League football, that means they have portrayed a good performance against their counterpart in the league, in the French league. So I really think we shall not undermine them unless you face them, unless you have seen them play. But right now, as it stands, they are still the underdogs in the team, and underdogs are underdogs. They can penetrate through in a very miraculous way. So I believe we shall not count our eggs before the ash, so we shall have to wait until we see them face their different teams. But I still stand. They are still
Being drawn against a very interesting side in PSV. I think they have been in European competitions for quite some time. Actually, if you are to look around mid 2000s, there I think we faced them in Champions League, and I think they managed to really humble Arsenal. I think if you remember that defender Alex, I think he came and of course played in the Premier League. So PSV seems to be having that little bit of aura when they come to European nights. How do you see PSV actually this time round in the Champions League?
Well, PSV has been there for a good time, because with them it's not a new thing featuring into Champions League. When it comes to Arsenal's side versus PSV, truly it has not been easy. Arsenal visiting PSV, it has been always a battle, because only at this time we see that some of their key players being sold out. Like over last season we saw that people leaving. Even this season we've seen one of their key players, that is Simon Xavi, also has left. So I believe with the Dutch talents, the way they sell off and again they replace. But what I know that with the manager Arteta, he should pull up his socks and he should get serious in lining up his squad in case of when we are facing any team. When it comes particularly to PSV, it should not be undermined at all, be it at home or be it at away match. So in all, we should be serious. I know that if we get serious, we shall pull up the points against it.
So where do you see this team actually heading to? Do you think last 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals, or you never know even finals? Where do you see this Arsenal team actually reaching this season?
I remember when I was still outside before coming here, I've been telling people, not only Arsenal fans, that Arsenal this time is going to take this trophy unless Man City comes on their way. I think these other teams, Arsenal can, when they're on their day, and when Arteta doesn't do these things, triggering with the squad, bringing in the right players, I think Arsenal can go further, really further, up to the final.
That's quite an interesting take from Justin. Robert, could it be a happy return or a sad return for Arsenal? Where do you see Mikel Arteta's boys actually finishing this campaign of the Champions League?
Actually, the whole issue or the engine power is that he's the Arteta. Arteta, if he doesn't play his Zaga styles in these games and really concentrates on our usual formations, we are heading to finals this season because we have all the boys, and these boys really they have the ability, they have the strength, they're physically, unless something else happens on the way. But in case there's nothing that happens on the way, like injuries, we're heading to the finals.
That's quite an interesting. Edward, how far do you think this squad can finish in this season's Champions League campaign?
Wow, that's an interesting question. Yeah, looking at Arsenal, the Arsenal squad right now, apart from Mikel Arteta as a coach, I think he's the only person who has played Champions League. Most of these players are going to go to this Champions League as their first time debut to the Champions League football, and the excitement and all this other excitement. I'll rate Arsenal in the way that one, going to join the Champions League football again. So what I think, how far they can go, I will take it to at most semi-finals. That is because of their inexperience in the tournament. Yeah, that's why I can think I can take them as far as semi-finals, because we're looking at people like Declan Rice, who are, it's a dream come true to them. People like Bukayo Saka, people like Eddie Bazou won with Chelsea just a couple of years ago. Yeah, I think this other team may be apart from experience, they would have won the trophy. But because of lack of experience, they can go as far as semi-finals.
Of course, it's a very exciting moment. Return to the Champions League. Which top three sides do you see would actually come close to winning this trophy? A quick one from India State.
As I've said, the team that I think will maybe disturb us, and as I said, it is Man City. That is obvious, number one. And I think they rate Man City number one. Anyone whom you can ask, I think I can guarantee you, they'll tell you Man City. I think you cannot undermine Madrid as well because of the experience, and I think they are really good enough. Then I think Arsenal can come back.
Edward, a quick one from you. Which top three sides would you actually choose to challenge for this season's Champions League?
Madrid will be my first league. Madrid has always here. It takes Madrid to survive taking the Champions League game. It's always a risk. So I think Madrid, and this time round I see Bayern Munich proving hard with the signing of Harry Kane. You see they have improved, and they are playing very brilliant game. Then Manchester City in there. Yeah, those three teams I think they can battle for it properly.
Robert, you have tipped Arsenal to go all the way up to the final. Which two teams do you think will give Arsenal a run for their money in this season's campaign?
Actually, looking at the two teams, although we had two teams that have been a threat to Arsenal, that's Manchester City. It has been actually, it has really hammered us on and off. So I look at Man City being a problem, and another team that is Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich has managed to hammer us down always, whenever we meet them, they always humble us down. Only that, those are the two teams I'm looking at. Only that in case there's some few changes, yeah, we can manage to maneuver around there and go ahead of them.
Thanks for joining us for this Champions League edition. Subscribe to UG Ghana's TV. Like, share. Bye bye. Meet you next time.